stop by a triumphant tour. It's the grandchild tour. Alden Davis is here, and it's time for our... Alden, by training, is an engineer, worked many years in corporate America. Yeah. Pratt & Whitney comes to mind, and now goes around the country doing these seminars and stuff, which I find fascinating. It's pretty good. And are we still doing Safari?
We are doing Safari. Matter of fact, strategic planning Safari is the new variation for business managers.
All right. Well, so what are we going to do today to make ourselves better?
Well, why care? UggaBugga, Ray, is the signature phrase we would hear from our porter Tom on the recent cross-country train trip while on the Southwest Chief. Tom Fleshman, a true professional, a credit to his profession and one of the unsung heroes who creates a great customer experience every day. Not because management is watching, not because it's an Amtrak standard, but because it is Tom's standard. It is who Tom is. Today we explore why care, the art of delivering great customer experience. To prepare, go to myvaluetree.com, click on today's link under Star Power, find the article, find Tom's picture, and stay here on WTIC where we care to coach.
Why, thank you. And, maybe you can stay after the 7:30 news. Tell us about your choo-choo trip, because you were very impressed by that.
It was very great fun.
It's a 7:14, I say. All right, recess is over. Now we're going to it. We've done the play. We've done the toy department. Now we're on to serious biz, which is, of course, Alden Davis is here. And Alden, okay, so this is our star power for today to make you and me better people. Please, Alden.
There it is. All right. It is star power, our time for Saturday morning coaching.
Yeah.
A time to reflect and build the skills required to stay competitive, nay, thrive in these economically challenged times. Last coaching session, we worked on 5 core skills of charisma, ways to increase your personal effectiveness. It was inspired by observations from a recent cross-country train trip on the Southwest Chief. Today's coaching session is also inspired by the train trip with a focus on delivering great customer service. Enter Tom Fleshman, our porter. UggaBugga was a trademark phrase of Tom as he would come through the car.
UggaBugga.
It was the first indication that we were in for a good experience. Tom has been working the trains for over 26 years. He loves trains. He loves them so much he built a live steamer, which, by the way, his wife wants him to sell.
UggaBugga.
If I recall, he started his career in the Navy, a machinist, and after many years had to leave after a stroke left his hands shaky. He made his way into trains, and Amtrak has been fortunate to have him all these years. When you get a room on a train, the porter is the person who ensures you have a good experience. It starts with the greeting, followed by introducing you to the room, which has been prepared with clean linens and towels. The porter facilitates the dinner seating, makes sure your wireless is connected, and prepares the room for sleeping, setting up the bunk and ladder. The porter makes sure you don't sleep through your stop. Those are the basic duties. But when Tom does his work, he adds the dimension of caring. Why? Because that's who Tom is. Tom delivers great customer experience because he loves trains and he wants you to share his love. He believes it's a magical experience and he wants you to believe it is magical. Tom loves the country he is going across. He wants you to love it as well. Tom knows that problems with your room or trip can negatively impact your experience. So he goes the extra mile to ensure all issues are resolved quickly. Tom knows that a passenger coming on board wants to enter a clean room. Tom buys his own cleaning supplies, giving the room a thorough wipe down before you board.
Wow.
He has his own portable vacuum so that the walkways and rooms are always clean. He knows that the visual appearance of his car is important to the passenger's experience. There's no supervisor watching over him, no one in management setting customer service expectations, no one telling him he needs to board the train before his shift begins to ensure his car is ship-shape before starting. Tom gives of himself because he cares. Let me repeat that. Tom gives of himself because he cares. He cares because he loves the industry he is a part of. He cares because he connects with people. Let me contrast this with my first experience flying on Emirates Airlines. Beautiful new planes, great amenities, wonderful bed setup, but the attendants were polite, not authentic. This comes across as going through the motions, but never really connecting with the passengers to create a great experience. It is a hollow experience. If you want to become indispensable at work, If you want to be indispensable to your customers, today's coaching tip is for you. Live an authentic life. Researchers Kernis and Goldman defined authenticity as the unimpeded operation of one's true self in daily enterprise. This means who you really are, guides your daily work interactions. Here are 6 shared traits of authentic people. High self-esteem. This is a trait we discussed with charisma. Self-esteem comes from being comfortable with who you are and what you believe. As psychologist Dr. Winch points out, too much and you come across as arrogant. Too little, you're brittle. You want something solid in the middle. Genuine people are those who have solid self-esteem. It's consistent. People with solid self-esteem are much less defensive about things. They can feel authentic. They can be authentic because they're far less worried about the implications of exposing who they are because they feel okay about who they are. 2, embraces vulnerability. This means you can take negative feedback without crumbling. Good self-esteem, you can focus on the issue without taking it personally. Our goal is to constantly improve. By definition, you can do it better. Feedback helps us improve faster than our competition. 3, true thoughts can be shared openly with others. Extrovert or introvert, research out of Wake Forest shows that authentic people are comfortable sharing what they believe and are open to discussion. 4, the ability to give and receive compliments. People with low self-esteem see compliments as creating an expectation for raising the performance bar and are therefore stressed. People with high self-esteem see compliments as a healthy reaction to good work, and they can give and receive freely. 5, engaging people without distraction. As we discussed with charisma, the ability to listen, to give people an interaction where they know you are connected with what is being said. Good listening is authentic. You can only do this if you actually care about what the other person is saying. However, this is so hard to do when you are the most interesting person in the room. 6, you are driven by principles, not the situation around you. After 26 years, Tom will be retiring soon. The rails will be less without him. UggaBugga, I'm Coach Davis.
Great UggaBugga. All right, then. Well, that was pretty good.
You can see
you do meet
pictures
these
of Tom.
people.
Yeah, picture Tom out at the website, myvaluetree.com.
Brings his own cleaning supplies.
He does. Now, the train's cleaned. You know, they have a cleaning crew that comes through.
But he wants to go above and beyond.
Exactly. He wants to make sure.
He's proud of what he does.
He is proud of what he does.
Wow. It's weird because I took the Vermonter one time up to Burlington.
Yeah.
No. And you know, the train was not cleaned. Been in service since Washington. So I got a complimentary copy of the Philadelphia Inquirer. That was nice. But anyway, but the guy back in the cafe car, you know, I mean, he was just hacked off. Well, he was hacked off because they'd called him at 2 a.m. and said, guess what? You're taking the train to Burlington. So he came back eventually and, you know, unloaded on us. That's not the point. The point is coming back, okay, on Sunday. You know, there was a guy who actually slept through his stop because with the Vermonter, because it's funded by the state, you have to stop at every town along the way. So I think it was Montpelier or something like that. And this guy slept through his stop. Well, the conductor, you know, caught that. And so at the next stop, you got him off the train and got him a cab. Now, that was pretty, don't you think that's pretty nice?
Oh, it is nice.
That's above and beyond.
It is. There are people out there who deliver great customer experience, and it's because
they want
care.
to.
It's because they care.
And they love what they do.
Look at you.
It's good.
Every day, great customer experience.
Wait for the next half hour. We'll see if that holds true. Yeah, okay then. Well, you know, I mean, John Silva, you know, he does the same. Do you have a minute, or do you have to get to New York? Dude, would you talk about the choo-choo trip?
Would love to talk about the train.
Because, I mean, I was very surprised.
Ask Miss Annette if she can give us another few minutes on the other side of...
Can you give us a couple minutes so you don't have to go to Jersey City? Okay, then. That's probably a good idea. 4 years old, huh?
Yeah. Gideon's 4 years old. It's the grandson tour.
Well, this is good. Are you going to spend the night or are you coming back?
We're actually going to do a sleepover.
Ooh. All right, we're coming up on the 7:30 news. Anyway, no, seriously, Bob Rath, a good friend of mine, a good friend of yours, took the Chief from Los Angeles to Chicago. And you ought to hear about it. It's pretty good. It's a nice option. 77 degrees now.